Hello and welcome to 𝐵𝒂𝒏𝒏𝒆𝒍𝒔 and welcome to this discussion type video. So season 9 Legacy of Apex Legends is going to start later today. And I wanted to talk about how Apex can get newer people in the game and retain them. Because this is one thing that I've noticed. They tend to have a lot of users, as in people who create accounts and play them. But as somebody who plays the game regularly, I'm pretty sure there aren't that many new people joining in and then staying with the game. Because you have a lot of people who create Smurf accounts and things like that. So it doesn't give you the clear picture that there are a lot of people in the game. There are a lot of new people in the game. So I wanted to talk about a few things, 2 or 3 things that I feel they need to sort out and have a clear stance on in order to make it a bit balanced and fair for any random person who's just playing the game casually. At least on PC lobbies on Apex, it is quite frustrating with some of the inconsistencies with matchmaking and things like that. So first and foremost, we have the issue of cheating. Obviously, a lot has been said about this, and I don't know what's happening, but they seem to be working on it. And if I'm honest, most of the time I don't really care too much. When there is somebody cheating, clearly it is very apparent. And other times, if it's a pub game or something, I don't really care. I have run into a few cheaters who have been playing the game quite seriously, which is very worrying for me, because the problem is normally people would get a wall hack or like a aim lock or something, and they would just run through the lobby trying to kill everyone and destroying everyone. What I've noticed recently in the games that I got killed by a cheater, and then when I spectated them, they were actually trying to play the game seriously with cheats. So they were not going for like 20 bombs and 4,000 damage badges. They were just trying to win the game by cheating. And yeah, so that is really bad, because I even ran into a few people who had skins from some previous seasons, which would suggest they have been cheating for a while. Also, some of the cheats are quite subtle, like you have to really watch them for a long time to figure out what they're doing. And what I've noticed is some of them, they don't use the cheat where they can shoot at your head. So basically in the past what used to happen was you would just get lasered by somebody with perfect headshots. That would be the most obvious giveaway. What I'm seeing now is people getting you with body shots, but like you are at a long way away from somebody and they just destroy you with an alternator or something, and everything is on perfect target on your body. They don't miss a single bullet. That is the one that I'm really... And when you look at their stats, they don't look like very high level players, lower rank. Obviously one giveaway with the cheaters is they usually have like the basic skins, lower ranks, because lower sort of levels of the account, because they have created new accounts to cheat. And also I suppose they get banned once they're reported, so they have to make new ones. Which brings me neatly on to the second issue, which is smurfing, or creating new accounts. Now this is a problem that I don't seem to pin down. Like, why is this so common? If I'm not mistaken, again correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't know about Apex in particular, but most games, multiplayer games, they don't want you to create multiple accounts and abuse the system. I think smurfing technically is not allowed. It might be against the terms and conditions. Again, if you know more about this, let me know. But if you look at the pro streamers, I should say, some of them are pro level players and some are just streamers. Everybody does that. Everybody has multiple accounts. They log into this one or that one and just play the game. Now we tend to often hear about the problems faced by some big streamers, like their issues with cheaters and stuff, people like 𝒁𝒏𝒏𝒆𝒍𝒔. Generally these things don't affect normal casual players that much, but because they are such well known and everybody's talking about them, some of these things appear, worse than they are. So everybody has multiple accounts, they create multiple accounts, and this is partly because cheaters can do that, and so the proper players, they get punished. Because recently there was a issue with, this cheater, I won't name him. What he was doing was he was basically going around banning people. Like, he could actually lock you out of your account, and he did this to some pro streamers, and they had to create new accounts just to play the game. So things were that bad. But yes, smurfing. I don't like the idea of smurfing because I have recently played rank, because I never bothered too much with rank, and in season 5 I got fed up and stopped playing rank. This time around I thought I'd just check in to see what level I am at and how my skill is these days. So I played rank and I almost got to diamond. I reached plat 1 and I just stopped because I couldn't take it in. Also I was running out of time. So what I noticed was with rank, my teammates were usually quite low level players and they looked like genuine casual players. I ran into a lot of under 100 level account players in my lobby. So if I was plat 1, I was getting plat 4, plat 3 players. Now reality is getting up to plat is very easy. There isn't enough of a penalty in the lower ranks. Like bronze, you don't even lose RP, so you could just simply get into the game and just, I don't know, walk around for a bit and you'll get some points, even if you don't kill anyone or like even assist anyone. You will eventually level up, even if you are like the noobest of noobs. Silver is a very small penalty, so again, that 1 kill or 2 and you'll be comfortably getting plus points. Gold is a little harder, but again, not really difficult. I mean, I've gone through gold in like a couple of hours without any issues, and I play solo without talking to anyone. Plat is a slightly more of a challenge, because the problem with plat is you start with minus 36 points. So you need like 3 kills and an assist or something like that, 2 kills, 2 assists or something, just to break even. And then you have to get placement points, finishing in the top 5, top 4, top 3, get some points, and if you win you get like 200 points. So for me what was happening was I was having those good games, 200 here, 100 there, and then a series of losses, and a lot of times it was down to my teammates, because when you're playing with randoms, I noticed the randoms in pubs are really good, but in the rank, in platinum rank, they were not very good at all. Nobody pinged, nobody sort of did any smart moves. They would just stand still and shoot at 3 enemies, and then the second team pops up and they're still standing there. The number of times I had to type in to back out, heal, stay with me, oh my god, I had to do this so much, and I just kept losing points. So it was just very frustrating. Now it's not entirely their fault. These are like newer players who maybe got into the game recently, and as I said, the lower ranks are easy to level up, so despite their mistakes they comfortably got into, you know, platinum lobbies. But now when it comes to platinum, it's getting a little hard. And one other reason why it's getting hard is we came up against a lot of pre-made teams. Now there's nothing wrong with that. You want to play rank with your friends, that's perfectly normal, but a lot of them were smurfs, like level 23 people with 2k 20 kills and 4k badges, and in plat level. So it was clearly they were, you know, making new accounts to just go through the rank again, because again, end of the season, they are bored, there's nothing to do, so make an account and just run through. And the other issue was they're all like stacking, 3 stacking. So 2 other friends, all of them really good level players. They could be masters level players, they could be platinum level players, maybe predator level players, and because they have nothing else to do, they create new accounts and then run through lobbies. So I think that is not cool at all. I would say it is basically not cheating, but about half as bad as that in my opinion, because what is the point of that? You're just destroying casual people, you're ruining the game for this casual person. Like maybe there could be 11-year-old, 10-year-old kids playing with their parents, maybe like a middle-aged man like me who's just, you know, trying to chill when everything is in lockdown and sitting at home, and we get destroyed by these pro level players. Because the moment you get killed, you instantly know if this guy is a good player or pro level player, or if he's a cheater. And it's easy to tell. You have those sweaty wraiths with their coon eyes, and they two-shot you with the mastiffs. Those are the smurfs. And if there are 3 of them together, then it's a recipe for disaster. So yeah, so in order to like retain players, casual players, newer players, because they need the casual player base to stick around if they want the game to succeed. is not going to just survive on like very high skill pro level players. There has to be a balance between them. And unfortunately, right now, someone like me, I don't know, like, there have been one or two rare occasions. I don't know how the SBMM works, but occasionally, instantly, I feel like, oh no, this is a bot lobby. I can actually get a lot of kills. I don't know if something happens that resets your matchmaking, or maybe if you don't play for a few days or something. There are occasions where suddenly game becomes really easy, and I go in and rush in and get 10 plus kills easy in games like that. Also in rank, what I noticed was a lot of times I was running into duos, basically people together, and I was the third in their team, and those are some of the worst people to play with, because they're probably on Discord, they're probably chatting privately. They do not ping or inform the third person of anything they want to do. So they'll say, let's go here, they'll jump in, get killed or something, and then just... I actually muted the voice chat and everything this season after giving this season a go. Like this time I thought, okay, I'll chat and I'll try to communicate with the mic and voice, and for the most part of the season I did that, but I started getting frustrated by these people because of course these days nobody admits anything they do is wrong. They are incredibly selfish. I've had games where a person gets knocked, gets thirsted, we are fighting two teams, and that guy's just on the mic, revive me, revive me, revive me, guys, get my banner, please revive me, literally while you are shooting and fighting. So it's just immature kids these days, unfortunately. Anyway, I'm getting completely sidetracked. So the point was smurfing. I don't think it should be allowed. They should make a very clear decision about whether smurfing is allowed in this game or not. And of course, one other rant that I always have with games like these multiplayer team-based shooters is, why does it always have to be multiplayer, and why does it always have to be team-based? Why don't they have a solo option? Like PUBG, Battle Royale, that's the game that got me interested into multiplayer games in the first place, and the reason for that was it had a solo mode. So you against everybody else is solo, 1v1 everyone. Isn't that like the best test of skill? Because you against one other person, it's all about, I mean, there are other things, but at the end of the day there's nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, and it depends on the skill and how you do. Here you could get carried. I don't know why they don't make more solo based games. Like, I played recently Rogue Company, and once again it was a fun game, but they don't have a solo option. This one here, Apex, they even tried a solo mode and they just refused to bring it back. I don't know if it was successful or not. I felt it was a good thing. No, why they don't want to. Okay, now the other argument against this is they say it's a team-based game. The legend and their abilities are designed to complement each other and work together. However, they don't have an issue with people quitting midway. So why don't you have a levers penalty? They have that in rank, but why not in pubs? Because people are taking pubs like a team deathmatch mode. They'll jump in completely reckless, no tactics, no strategy, rushing into like 7 other teams, punch a few people, get knocked, leave instantly. Or just, if they're not leaving, they're sitting there and abusing their teammates who did not do that stupid thing. Why if you made a team-based game, why are you not enforcing the team aspect of it? At the same time, you don't want to add solos. Like, it makes no sense to me. Really no sense. Like, why is this a thing? One thing to note is this season, season 9 coming up, they are introducing a team deathmatch type mode, the arenas, which is a 3v3 fight. Now this is going to be interesting. I want to see how this plays out, because it satisfies those people who just want to rush in and just fight and get kills instantly, who don't like the battle royale aspect of it. Someone like me, I prefer the battle royale. Like, I don't care about the team deathmatch shooters that much. I like battle royale because it offers a bit more tactics. There's also a lot of chances for you to work without having great aim. Basically, a lot of tactics can be used to survive, to get into the ring, find the right weapons, maneuver things. It's really an interesting aspect to me. and the battle royale mode, last guy standing. That is just beautiful in my opinion. It just makes it more interesting. Every game feels different because of that. Yeah, I like the battle royale part, but everybody else prefers the team deathmatch. Just go in, fight. Now they are introducing this, and I can already see a lot of people quitting after the first round. Basically, they have a bad first round and they just quit. So unless they bring in a levers penalty, this is not going to work in my opinion. Because again, I give you the example of Rogue Company. Same problem with that game. When the game came out, it was fun, I enjoyed it, but once people started getting better at it, they just play around, they lose badly, and they leave. Unless you have a system of enforcing the team play, it just becomes frustrating for somebody playing casually. And of course, they refuse to add a solo mode, which again, I don't know why, but they refuse to do. I think Rocket League has a solo mode as well. So again, if something like that has a solo mode, then why not these games like shooters? So yeah, this is some of the frustrations that I have with Apex. So basically smurfing, cheating, solo game experience, and a lot of times you don't know. When I've started talking on the mic, I noticed there are a lot of children sometimes. You can hear from the voice, and there are a lot of like older people as well playing the game, sometimes with kids, sometimes with their friends at the weekend. And then I just see these pro level players making smurf accounts and just destroying casual people, kids, older people, somebody's parents, like who are barely able to play the game or understand the game, and they are getting destroyed by some sweaty pro player and a 3-stack at that. Yeah, so these are some of the annoyances that I feel stop casual people from playing. Most of the time they jump in at the start of a new season, new accounts get created, and they leave after a couple of weeks, because that's how every season has gone since I've started playing. Because it gets incredibly boring mid-game, or like once the battle pass is done. And most of these guys, they rank up between the two splits, and yeah, there's nothing else to do, so they resort to these things because again, content, they need views, they're streaming, that's their main source of income. So yeah, cheating, solo queuing experience, and smurfing, these things, if they are balanced a bit, other issues like SBMM and things like that, they might be somewhat reduced. Because I feel like with Apex, the moment something better comes along, somebody else comes along with a battle royale that is better and fixes some of these issues that Apex has, whether it's the laggy servers, whether it's the cheaters running around, smurfs, whatever, people will abandon this game. Because this game works because of its movement and its good storytelling and the lore they have, interesting characters and all these things. But these frustrations, if they get too far ahead, yeah, people will leave. Anyway, let me know what you think, and sorry about the long video. Thank you for watching, and I'll probably try and stream the start of Season 9 Legacy.
You are the Apex champions.